Hello my dear student, welcome back on my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about the topic. The topic name is phase and clauses. Okay, phase and clauses. So let's start the video and know more thing about the phases and clauses. Okay, so see, first we know about the difference between the phase, clause and sentences. Okay, it means we have to know about that what is the means of the phase, what is the means of clauses and what is the means of sentences. Clear? And next we describe about the structure of the function of clauses in different type of the sentences. Clear? Now next we have to know about the evaluate the usage of noun clause. Clear? Next, so you can see here some of the concept of the model like introduction, phase, okay, introduction, phase, kind of sentences and noun clause. Clear? So next you can see here a sentence. Okay, you know me very well, don't you? Okay, and next word is I am Santa Claus, but you are not here to study me. Yeah, and next you are here to study clauses, a topic in English grammar. It's clear? It means now you have to know what is the means of clause in this video. Clear? Your topic is phases and clauses. Okay, let's see. With many gifts, do these three words make any sense to you? Okay, no they don't, because they form a phase. Okay, you can see here is the word group of word. You can say that it is a group of word. What group of word is with many gifts. It is not express the complete sense. Okay, you can see do these three words. Three words means 1, 2, 3. Three words make any sense, do not make any sense. So we can say that it is the phase. Clear? Now next, you can see the definition of phase. A phase can be defined as a group of related words that does not have a subject and a predicate. Clear? It means phase, sorry, 1 minute, I getting trouble something. Okay, you can see here the definition of phase. Clear? Now, a phase normally does not make a complete sense. It is a group of words, but it has not a complete sense. It means it is a incomplete sense. Here, next, you can see here Santa Claus loaded me with many gifts. Now this sentence makes the complete sense. You can see this is the group of word. This is the group of word and it makes complete sense. It makes complete sense. Like a Santa Claus loaded me. You can see this phase word is including in this sentence. Okay. Now next, we can easily identify the subject and predicate. Next, now you know what is the kinds of the phase. Okay, a group of words that has a subject and a predicate and make a complete sense is called the sentence. It is very easy definition. I think everyone know very well about it. Okay. Next, look at the following sentences. These sentences express the complete sense. Okay, and it make a complete sense. Like a John ate an apple. But this sentence using the word using these words in a sentence like a John ate an apple and Jonah ate pomegranate. This is the one sentence and it is the another sentence, and both sentences add with the word. It is the conjunction word. Okay, and is a conjunction word, and this and joined two clauses. Okay, it means two sentences. This conjunction word joins the two sentences, and when two sentences adding by a adding by a conjunction word, then it make a clause. Okay. So next you can see here, Jonah ate the pomegranate because she was dieting. So in this sentence you can see also using the two sentences. One is the Jonah ate pomegranate and second is the she was dieting. Clear? And both sentences adding by the conjunction word because. Clear? So this is all these. This is the word that join the two sentences, and it is the conjunction word. And we can say that the Jonah ate a pomegranate and she was dieting. It means both are the word is a clauses word. Okay. Now let us look at the first sentence. Jonah ate an apple. So you can see here, subject word is Jonah and predicate word is ate an apple. Okay. Ate an apple. A sentence having only a subject and a predicate is called a sentence. What kind of a sentence? It is the simple sentence. Clear? It is a simple sentence. And in this simple sentence, you can get easily as a subject and predicate. Clear? Next, in the second sentence, you can see like Jonah ate an apple and John and Jonah, okay, ate a pomegranate. In the second sentence has two parts with their own subject. It means in this sentence you can see there are two subjects. How many subjects? Two subjects. 1 minute. It's getting the trouble me. Okay. Now next. Okay. You can see here. In this sentence, you can see this is the one subject and it is the another subject. Okay, and both subject has their own word. Like add here is the and add here is the, and rest of the word is predicate. Okay, add apple, add apple. So we can say that both are sentences adding by a word. Okay, so you can see that they are joined together with the conjunction word and. Clear? So if we remove and notice that the both parts make a complete sense independently, such part of the sentence are called clauses. It's clear? These both parts, like John ate an apple and Jonah ate a pomegranate, both are a clauses word if we remove the and word. It means this and word, it is a conjunction word, and this conjunction word add both of the sentences. Clear? Such part of sentence are called clauses. It's clear? If the clauses in a sentence can stand on their own, such a sentence is called compound sentence. So you can see that there are two sentences, both are sentences as a joined by the word and. Okay. And both are the independent sentence. Okay, one of it John ate an apple, and second is Jonah ate a pomegranate. If we remove the and conjunction, so both sentences completely independent. So if we can get independent clause in a sentence by removing or adding the conjunction word, so these type of the clauses called as a compound sentence. I think you all understand it. Clear? Now next we know about that. Let's analyze some of the third sentence now. Jonah ate the pomegranate but because she was dieting. Okay, so you can see here this sentence too has two clauses joined together with the conjunction word because. Okay, you can see the sentence, both sentences joined with the word because. So this because word is a conjunction word. Okay. The second clause, because she was dieting, does not make complete sense. Okay. And independently, it only justify why Jonah ate a pomegranate. Okay. It means this sentence depended on this first sentence. Okay, it means the Jonah ate pomegranate. Okay, and it is a depending clause and it has not expressed its complete sense. Okay, so this is justified the genre at the prominent and is therefore dependent on the first sentence. Clear? A sentence in which a clause is dependent on other is called complex sentence. Clear? It is called complex sentence. It means this is the dependent clause and this is the independent clause, and without this sentence this group of word or this clause not complete his sense. So we can say that if in a sentence there are a depending sentence or depending clause or an independent clause, so both clauses are joined by some of the conjunction word, so this type of the conjunction, this type of the clauses is called a complex sentence. I hope you are understanding. Okay, next you can see some example of the complex sentence. Okay, my father visited my school because the principal had called him. Okay, in this sentence you can see that there are two sentences and two clause. Okay, two clause. Why we can say it clause? Because it is a joined with the conjunction word. Okay, so you can see here my father visited my school. First is this sentence and second is because the principal had called him. Clear? So if we remove this sentence, my father visited my school, and rest of the sentence, remaining sentence will be because the principal had called him. So this remaining words is not express his complete sense and it is depending in the first sentence. Okay, so these sentences, this group of words, this clause is dependent clause. Okay, it is dependent clause to express its complete sense on the first sentence. So this first sentence is the independent sentence and second sentence is the dependent sentence, and both are sentences added by the because conjunction. Okay, so we can say that this is the complex sentence. I hope you all understand it very easily. Okay, next we will be talking about that the definition of additional information. Okay, a clause provides additional information in a sentence, like a dad likes a cup of hot coffee. How about adding another piece of the information to his sentence? Okay, it means we can add something in a more. So additional means to add more. Okay, additional means you can see here additional means to add more. Clear? So you can see here like a dad likes a cup of hot coffee. So in this sentence you can see that dad likes a cup of hot coffee when he comes home from work. So this is the adding some group of words. Okay, so it determines the time when dad likes his coffee. Okay, now you can add the time factor and say like a when he came home from work. I hope you all understand it. Clear? You can see here same example. When he comes home from a work, it is the relative clause. Okay, 1 minute. Here is the dad likes a cup of hot coffee. It is the main clause. Okay, you can see here it is a main clause. Dad likes a cup of coffee. It is a main clause. Here it is main clause. And when he comes home from work, it is a not a main clause. It is the dependent at the first clause. Okay, so we can say that it is the dependent clause. Okay, you can see here it is a dependent or the relative or the subordinate clause. We can say that this sentence is the dependent or subordinate or the relative. Okay, Clear? Next we will be talking about that when he comes home from work, it is the relative clause, and dad likes a cup of a hot coffee, it is the main clause. Same process if we replace the clauses in their places, like when he comes home. Okay, when he comes home, it is the use in a beginning of the sentence. You can see here, beginning of the sentence. Clear? 1 minute, it's not working. Okay. Clear? Okay. We can also write this sentence as a bit differently, that when he comes home from work like a cup of hot coffee. Here is the relative or the subordinate clause is placed in the middle of the main clause. Okay, it means that we can randomly write this sentence in their three manners. Okay, you can see here the one manner is the that when he came. It is the, you can see here, don't worry. Okay, let's. Okay, you can see in this sentence that, okay, it is the noun word. When he comes home from work like a cup of hot coffee. Okay, and in the second manner to write this sentence, you can see when he come home from work. Dad likes it. After that, you can see here comma. Okay, comma. Okay. Next, and you can see here the dad likes a cup of hot coffee when. Here is no comma. Okay. It is the third manner to write the clause. Okay. And you can see this is the main clause, this is the subordinate clause. I hope you all understand about the clause. Okay, today we have to know about that the simple clause, compound clause and complex clause. We have to make in the next video.